Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video of mine. This is Kringle Talks Football. I'm here to talk about why or what we should do to get the best out of Nicolas Pepe. Please, if you're brand new to the channel and you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Follow me on Twitter at MissCJWright, and guys, let's get into it. So, Nicolas Pepe arrived from Lille for a fee of £72 million. Now, that's obviously being paid in instalments, so whichever way you look at it, obviously we're not paying it all full in one sum. But he came with a big price tag, he came with a big reputation. I think he'd scored 21 goals this previous season before he joined. So he came at a price, a very hefty price, and you know, it all came out afterwards that at the time Unai Emery wanted Zaha, not Pepe, and they got Pepe instead. He wanted a left winger, they got the right winger. You know, the powers that be at the time, Raul and so on and so forth, decided to go for that. And there's question marks, obviously, as to why they did that and why they didn't go for Zaha, etc., etc. Resale value, all of that. So I'm here today to talk about what we can do right now as a football club to get the best out of Nicolas Pepe. And that is sell him. Now, I know what you're going to say, and especially people that know me and know how much I've tried to back Nicola Pepe. You know, it's not his fault that the sum's this March and he's going to be good and blah blah blah, etc., etc., etc. I think you can see right now under Arteta, the way we're playing, it's just not happening for him. You know, it's for all the good that he's trying and what we're trying to get from him, it's just not working. You know, there's a clip gone out recently of the best of Nicola Pepe at Lille, where every time he got the ball, he made something happen. Whether or not, you know, 9 times out of 10, it was in behind the defence of the opposition. And we're just not a team at the moment, and we don't look like we're going to be a team that are playing counter-attacking football. I think Arteta, you know, eventually wants to keep the ball for 90% of the game and create stuff from deep, building up the attack. Nicola Pepe is a player that you essentially build the team around and you build the team for. So for me, as much as it's going to pain to say, he would suit perfectly well in Tottenham Hotspur's lineup or in Leicester City's lineup. Counter-attacking team where they could leave him right up the top there, and every time the ball breaks, he's straight onto it like a flash. Unfortunately, you're asking him right now at the moment, you know, you look at the way Bukayo Saka's playing inside, where he can grab the ball, he can take the ball, he can run with it. Look at Gabriel Martinelli, the energy and the way he's producing. Same with Emile Smith-Rowe. Nicola Pepe is not that kind of player. And you know what? As much as I don't want him in the club anymore, I don't want him even to play anymore, Willian, he's a perfect player to be in that situation because he likes to get the ball from deep and he likes to create stuff. He's just not doing it at the moment. And we've discussed Willian many times. But with Pepe, he is a player that you can play the ball in behind and he'll run through and take the ball and score the goals. He's not a player that you're going to give to him on the halfway line and ask him to create something. He's just not that kind of player. You saw him earlier in the season against Sheffield United. It's a perfect example of what he can do. Hector Bellerin had the ball and Nicola Pepe had about 40 yards, just free space ahead of him. Bellerin found him, he ran with the ball for about 10 yards and slotted it into the bottom corner. That's the kind of player Nicola Pepe is. He's not the player that you're going to ask to get the ball from deep and run the way Bukayo Saka done recently against Brighton and Hove Albion. He's just not that kind of player. And for me, I think you've got to kind of cut your losses with it and say, look, it's not happened. And if somebody comes in and offers half of what you paid, I think you'd have to take it. And then you can start going in and finding the players that you want to build the attack around. Because as much as I like him, as much as I rate him, as much as obviously, again, I'm saying it's not his fault that the price tag came that way. You know, if we'd have signed him for £35 million, you know, then you go, okay, cool, listen, we'll give him time. He deserves it. But £72 million, you need that product straight away, and it's just not happening for him. So for me, that's my solution, is the best way to get out of Nicola Pepe is to sell him right now. And I think you just got to look at the fact that Arteta's playing Willian ahead of him, Saka ahead of him, Martinelli's come in and gone straight in ahead of him, Aubameyang's getting in ahead of him, Emile Smith-Rowe will probably get in ahead of him on the right hand side. Ainsley Maitland-Niles came on against Brighton when we had the one goal lead, where we could have actually brought him on to use to sort of, you know, stretch the Brighton squad even more. That would have been a perfect game against Dan Burn. And I said it at the time, Nicola Pepe was the best game. I said it with Eunice. if Chelsea had played Emerson, I'd have wanted Pepe to play because of the torrid time he gave him last season, and because they left us so much space. He would have been perfect, but it's just not happening for him. He came on against Chelsea and was rubbish, like absolutely rubbish. And I don't know what's going on, whether or not it's just his confidence. If he's a confidence player, he needs somebody to, grab an arm around him and say, look, you are good enough to play for this club. I don't know. But at the moment, it's just not working for him. It isn't working for him. And like I said, if somebody comes in half of what we paid for him, then we cut our losses and we sell him. Because I want to see him thrive. I'll send him back to PSG because I think PSG would take him, personally. Di Maria isn't getting any younger, and Pepe could fit in that role perfectly, especially with a Pochettino side. So it's just a short video for me of what I think we can do with Nicola Pepe and how I think we can get the best out of him. And like I said, that's to sell him. So listen, guys, like I said at the start of the video, if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell every time I upload a video. Subscribe to my Twitter channel and follow me on Twitter, at Mr. CJ Wright. If you are an audio person, you like listening to it in your ears when you're on your way to work or in the gym or whatnot, then subscribe to my podcast channel, which is Kringle Talks Football. It's available on all platforms. The links are down below, whether it's Apple, Spotify, or any of the other ones. You get it on. And yeah, guys, listen, up the Gunners. Come on, let's do it. And guys, I'll speak to you soon. Take care.